Top 10 highest paying tech jobs. What if I told you there's a tech job right now paying over $400,000 a year? And you don't need a PhD. You don't need to work at NASA. And you definitely don't need to be a genius. You just need to know where to look. Today I'm breaking down the 10 highest paying tech jobs in 2026. Real salary numbers. What these people actually do all day and exactly what skills you need to break in. Stick around because number 1 is going to surprise you, and I'll also show you the fastest way in for each role. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I break down tech careers, salaries, and skills every week so you can figure out where the money actually is, not where influencers say it is. If that sounds useful, hit subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel grow. Quick note, these are U.S. average base salary figures, pulled from current 2026 industry compensation data. Total compensation, including bonuses and equity, can push several of these way higher. I'll flag that where it matters. Okay, let's count it down, starting off at number 10. Blockchain developer. Salary range, $120,000 to $170,000. Yes, crypto winter came and went, but the infrastructure didn't disappear. It just matured. Companies in finance, supply chain, and healthcare now quietly run blockchain systems for things like fraud-proof record-keeping and smart contracts. And there aren't nearly enough developers who actually understand this stack. What they do: build and maintain decentralized applications, write smart contracts, and design the security layer that makes blockchain systems tamper-proof. Skills you need: Solidity, REST cryptography fundamentals, and a solid grounding in distributed systems. Fastest way in. You genuinely don't need a degree here. A strong GitHub portfolio with 2 or 3 deployed smart contracts will get you further than a resume. Number 9. DevOps Engineer. Salary range, $130,000 to $175,000. Every company that ships software needs someone making sure that software actually gets to production without breaking. That's DevOps. It's one of the few roles where demand has stayed rock solid even through tech layoffs, because broken deployment pipelines cost companies real money every single day. What they do: automate deployment pipelines, manage cloud infrastructure, and keep systems running around the clock. Skills you need: Docker, Kubernetes, continuous integration tools like Jenkins or GitHub Actions, and scripting in Python or Bash. Fastest way in. Certifications actually matter here. An AWS or Azure DevOps certification can fast-track you even without a computer science degree. Number 8. Cybersecurity Architect. Salary range, $140,000 to $190,000. Not just a security analyst, an architect. This is the person who designs the entire defense system a company relies on before an attack ever happens. And with ransomware attacks up year over year, every serious company now treats this as a non-negotiable hire. What they do: design network security frameworks, run risk assessments, and lead incident response planning. Skills you need: deep knowledge of network security, penetration testing, and compliance frameworks like SOC 2 or ISO 27001. Fastest way in. Start as a security analyst. Stack certifications like CISSP or OSCP, and architect roles open up within 4 to 6 years. Notice a pattern yet? The theme so far is automation and protection. Number 7. Technical Product Manager. Salary range, $135,000 to $185,000. This role sits right between engineering and business, and that's exactly why it pays so well. You need to be technical enough that engineers respect you, and strategic enough that executives trust you. What they do: own the roadmap for a technical product, translate business goals into engineering requirements, and coordinate between design, engineering, and leadership. Skills you need: you don't need to code daily, but you need to understand APIS, system architecture, and data, plus strong communication skills. Fastest way in? The classic path is associate product manager or product analyst first, then earning your way into a full technical product manager title by proving you can own a roadmap. Number 6. Data scientist. Salary range, $130,000 to $180,000. Every company sitting on a mountain of data needs someone who can turn that data into decisions. Senior data scientists, especially ones who can move fluidly between research and applied machine learning, sit at the very top of this pay band. What they do: build predictive models, run statistical analysis, and translate messy data into insights leadership can actually act on. Skills you need: Python, SQL, statistics, and increasingly, machine learning frameworks like scikit-learn or PyTorch. Fastest way in? A strong portfolio of real projects, not toy competitions, plus a solid grasp of statistics will outweigh a fancy degree almost every time. Quick pause. If you're finding this helpful, drop a comment telling me which one of these you'd actually want to do. It genuinely helps me figure out what to cover next, and I read every single one. Okay, back to the countdown. We're now entering the six-figure plus, very competitive tier. Number 5. Cloud Architect. Salary range, $150,000 to $200,000. As basically every company on earth migrates off of physical servers, cloud architects have become the people who design how that entire migration actually works. Miss this, and a company's infrastructure either falls over or bleeds money. What they do: design and manage an organization's cloud infrastructure strategy, usually across Azure or Google Cloud. Skills you need: deep expertise in at least one major cloud platform, networking, and security architecture. Fastest way in? Get hands-on as a cloud engineer first, then stack certifications. The Oz Solutions Architect Professional certification alone can meaningfully boost your salary. Number 4. Software Architect. Salary range, $140,000 to over $190,000. This is the person who decides how a complex piece of software is actually structured before a single line of production code gets written. Get the architecture wrong, and a company pays for that mistake for years. What they do: define system structure, set coding standards, and guide engineering teams on major technical decisions. Skills you need: years of hands-on software engineering experience first. You cannot architect what you've never built. Fastest way in? There's no shortcut here. This is typically a 7 to 10-year path, starting as a software engineer, then senior engineer, then architect. Number 3. Engineering manager or principal software engineer. Salary range, $160,000 to $220,000. I'm grouping these together because they sit in almost the exact same pay band, just onto different tracks. One path is management, leading a team of engineers. The other is the individual contributor track, where you stay hands-on but at an extremely senior technical level. Companies pay a premium for both because good engineering leadership is genuinely rare. What they do: either lead engineering teams and set technical direction, or single-handedly solve the hardest technical problems a company has. Skills you need: for management, people leadership and communication on top of technical credibility. For principal engineer, elite-level depth in your technical domain. Fastest way in? This is a climb, don't skip, roll. Expect 8+ years of engineering experience minimum before either title is realistic. Number 2. Enterprise Architect. Salary range, $170,000 to $250,000. Think of this less like a builder and more like a city planner. Enterprise architects don't write much code day to day. Instead, they own how everything fits together across an entire company. Every system, every platform, every data flow. Senior enterprise architects at large organizations regularly cross into the $220,000 to $250,000 range in total compensation. What they do: design organization-wide technology frameworks, ensuring every app, database, and infrastructure piece works together securely and at scale. Skills you need. This role demands broad knowledge across cloud security, data, and business strategy. It's a generalist's game at an expert level. Fastest way in. This is explicitly a late career role. Almost nobody starts here. It's typically the destination after 10+ years spanning multiple technical disciplines. One spot left, and it's not even close. And the #1 highest paying tech job in 2026 is a and machine learning engineer. Salary range: $140,000 to over $400,000, with frontier labs and big tech sometimes exceeding $600,000 in total compensation. This isn't close. Base salaries alone start around $140,000, but at frontier labs and major tech companies, total compensation, once you add equity and bonuses, is landing between $400,000 and $600,000. And for elite frontier researchers, some staff-level offers are crossing well past $1 million once equity is included. Why? Because every single industry is racing to bolt onto their products right now, and there simply aren't enough engineers who can build and deploy real machine learning systems. Pay growth for this role is running several times faster than the tech industry average. What they do: design, train, and deploy machine learning models. Everything from recommendation systems to the large language models powering today's AI tools. Skills you need: Python deep learning frameworks like PyTorch or TensorFlow, strong math fundamentals, linear algebra, probability, statistics, and increasingly, experience deploying models into real production systems, not just notebooks. Fastest way in. This is the one field right now where a non-traditional path genuinely works. A strong portfolio of deployed machine learning projects, contributions to open-source AI tools, or relevant internships can outweigh a traditional degree, though for the very top labs, a strong research background still helps a lot. So that's the list, from blockchain development all the way up to AI engineering, pulling in $500,000 a year at the top. And if you want, I can make a follow-up video that breaks down exactly how to build a portfolio for any one of these roles. Just tell me which one in the comments, and I'll make it happen based on what people asked for most. If this video helped you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.